Hi, and welcome to Wrong Way. And we are in this majestic location in the southern mountains and in Bulgaria to give you the first look on the Begode Tesla T3 and why it's a great urban commuter. So, let me tell you more about it. Wrong Way. Hopefully I'm not on a ant nest or whatever. Anyways, big thanks to monowheels.com for providing me this wheel for testing purposes. If you want to buy a wheel in Europe, then feel free to use my coupon code WRONGWAY for a 5% discount. Sadly, currently, most of the things are out of stock, so you'll need to wait probably till the end of August. And if you want to buy it anywhere else, all of the links are in the description. Now, we are a bit late to the party because Guads actually didn't send me the Tesla T3 for review before, but nonetheless, we're here and the Tesla T3 is here and I love it. Now, this is not a full-on review yet. This is sort of like a first look. We've spent a couple days with the T3 here in the mountains, just about enough time to provide you a first solid glimpse into the wheel. Kate, how do you handle the 42 degrees also bump?
Not good. My eyes are burning. My eyes are warm.
And make sure to subscribe and like the video so you don't miss the full review of this great wheel. Now, I've already liked the Tesla V2 and it already was a great wheel for city riding, but there was two things or maybe three things that were not the best about it. First of all, it was the narrow tire. Did they fix it? No. Second of all, it was the pedal clearance. Did they fix it? Yes, sort of. It turns better. Better than the old one. And the third thing was there was no taillight. And did they fix it? Well, sort of. There is a light here. Hopefully it's visible. No, it's not visible. But in the night, I guess it's a bit visible. But did they fix it? Sort of. But Guads also made sure to improve other things in the T3 as opposed to the Tesla 2. A full-on comparison to the T2 is coming, or Tesla V2 is coming as we have it at home. But now I will just tell you about the differences on hand. The quality, as you can see, still very Guads, especially if you want to get onto it. It's very squeaky. Actually sounds a bit more squeaky than the old one. Maybe we need to just tighten down the L hangers as this wheel was already quite a bit used. But yeah, it's squeaky. The foot plates became bigger, which is also quite nice. I think these are the same now as on the Begode Nikola. Trolley handle, pretty much the same. Still no button, sadly, to lock it in place. It's a great trolley handle. You can also put a backpack here, so it just sits on the pedal, and it's really great for groceries. Sadly, it still, as said, doesn't lock in place. And as you can see here, now both side panels are flush, so your ankles do not hurt anymore when you ride on this wheel. And this is also because this wheel has a much bigger battery than the old one. This has a battery as big as the InMotion V11, and with its pretty small weight of, I don't know, around 22 kilograms, 23, I have to check. It's the biggest battery you can get for this weight, which is pretty cool. The range is pretty impressive in this wheel. We've been riding it a lot, and I could do 45 kilometers from 85% down to 30. Now, this is the full range test essentially I did with the V2 in the winter. So full range test is coming in, but the range of this thing is really great. Now, it also has a hollow motor, which feels a bit more powerful, and it gives you also more top speed. So the beeps were kicking in before at 43, 44 kilometers an hour, meaning they've reached the safe top speed. Now it's around 47, 48 from my testing. The light in the front didn't change. It's still pretty focus beam. So I have this new Shredlight SL300 on the front, which gives me a bit more flood lighting. And yeah, this thing is great. There's also a coupon in the description if you want to get one. And in the back there's this new sort of light thing. I think it's not enough for nighttime riding. This is a real light, again SLR1 from Shredlights. You should get one for sure if you want to ride this thing in the night. There's still a lift switch, which is very practical. And now there's also a display which is actually visible in broad daylight. I thought it would be way worse, but if you can glance down here, I can always see the speed. And here's also the temperature. The rest of the things I can't see pretty much at all, but they're not that important. I mean, apart from the battery, which would be nice if it would be more visible. So if we go here, can you see them here maybe? So as we have seen on the RS, there's also a mode showing up. 3 means hard, not really useful at all. There is a battery indicator, very small, not that well readable. There is a odometer, which shows 0 for some reason, so it's not working. And there's a Begode logo, so not that useful as well. Now, the battery size has changed and the range is bigger. However, the charging speed didn't increase. It's still a 2 amp charger, so it will take you around 10 hours to charge this thing up to 100%. That's pretty sad, especially that we know there's the 2.5 amp charger for the S18 and the Emotion V11 available by XVE. We still have the lovely RGB on the side. Now it's not visible. You cycle through the different settings with the front on and off switch. And one more thing that is pretty annoying is that now the wheel also makes this sound that the old King songs were doing. There's like this high-pitched whine all the time when you're riding. You can shut it off in your mind a bit after you sort of get used to it, but once you turn it off and you hear the silence again, and then you turn it on again, then you'll hear it. So if you like a quiet wheel, this is not it. Alright, so I've told you pretty much everything you need to know about the features, but the thing is that the Tesla and sort of the Nikola are one of the most solid wheels in the Guads lineup. They're pretty well waterproofed. We've ridden these things in rain and snow. I don't know how the hollow motor will hold up, but all in all the shell is pretty robust. There is now also the black motherboard inside, which lets you update the wheel, but I don't have such option in my app, so I don't know how this will work out. But because this wheel is so light, because it has the tire not sticking out front and back, and because it's quite small, it's a great city commuter. It's very easy to just turn it off, put it into a car. It's very easy to trolley it around. It's easy to put it up the stairs, and it has a very, very decent performance for its size and weight. There's, I think, maybe even more pedal dipping than on the old one. So with the small tire, especially if you're going faster, turns are not that nice. You can carve a bit, just like a bit of a slalom on the road. That is fun, but taking big turns, not the best. I think at this point, just paying a bit more extra for a Nikola or a RS would be worth it, or in that matter a V12 or a King Song. So in total, I can recommend this wheel to people that need to go from point A to point B in a very comfortable manner and not too slow, not too fast, just a wheel that works well, a wheel that is very easy to put on trains and has decent enough performance to go on the road and on any bicycle path. And it's also a really good explorer, as the hill climbing is very easy. You don't really need power pads. I mean, if you don't want to fall off the wheel, then yes, better get power pads. But it's very easy to climb with it. The temperature stays pretty low. The Monster here Pro in front of us was overheating quite a bit when going up the hill, but the Tesla T3 is a goat and it can climb pretty much everywhere. But as said, full test will come later, when we will get this wheel to Warsaw to test all of its performance. Nonetheless, as said, great wheel, great commuter, also pretty good value, I think at 1,500 euros, something like that. Yeah, so if you need a wheel to go grocery shopping, if you need to explore some terrain, if you don't need the most performance that you can get from bigger wheels, then I think it's worth it to go with the Tesla T3. And I really also love the display. I thought I wouldn't like it, but it's visible, it's usable, and it's great. So I guess if you're still here, leave a like on the video, subscribe to see more content like this. I'll see you in the next video. See you soon.